Kane is in the building.
How my man Marcellus Wiley call him, you really want Melancholy Cutler to come in? Shoot, Martin Lawrence in the 90s when he was going crazy. Mike Tyson. All his tweets would have been in rhymes.
Eddie Murphy would have been great to follow back in the 80s. Richard Pryor.
That's some good luck, man. Must be nice to just lose $10 million in 2 years. And Rudy Gobert is going to win Defensive Player of the Year, but hell with that. We're not Raptors fans. We could care less if they win or not. LeBrontosaurus, what are you doing?
No one in the world can tell me the Indiana Pacers are better than the Toronto Raptors. I'm just saying. And Dwayne Casey, you are supposed to be Coach of the Year. Let's talk about Drake for a minute. Drake, I have never been so disappointed in one season. To be called LeBronto because it's not the Dallas Cowboys unless it's
the Raiders. It's the Raiders.
It don't matter.
We still like sticking it to Al Davis. Oh, that was dope.
Welcome to BSS Carolinas on Stitcher, Spreaker, SoundCloud, and Spotify, and Apple Podcasts.
And, of course, your podcast app on your phone. Go search BSS Carolinas, press subscribe. And always, we are blessed by the Attitude Broadcasting Company for sponsoring our show. If your broadcasting doesn't have any attitude in it, it's wrong with the wrong company.
That's
Holla
right.
at the Attitude Broadcasting Company.
I can't say that any better. And we are broadcasting live at the campus CSB. Carolina. Did I say Carolina? Carolina Panthers Home State Network for broadcasting students.
Connecticut School of Broadcasting, 1-800-TV Radio, go, CSB.com. Sign up, get the tour. Come in, man.
Yeah, that's right. And do some work, and you can be doing what we're doing.
Get your own stuff out there, man.
That's right. Let's get into, I did say before the break we were going to do dummies. So let's do dummies, and then we'll do local, let you do some predictions for this year, MVP, title game, Super Bowl stuff. But first, like I said, let's do dummies of the week. And we'll rename this next week. It's not going to be Joseph Randall.
Who's there? It's
AB.
Joseph Randall, BSS Carolinas, dummy of the week.
It's the new AB Dummies of the Week. It's got a better ring to it.
Let's see here. Who are we giving our first Antonio Brown Dummy of the Week award to? We're going to give it to the new coach at Arkansas Fort Smith, Mr. Jim Boone. His best player, Tyler Williams, last month he was set to come back for his senior season and lead this Division II, the Arkansas Fort Smith Lions men basketball team. But Mr. Boone decided not to let him come back and dismissed him from the team. Why did he dismiss him from the team? It wasn't because he failed a drug test. It wasn't because he was getting poor grades in school. It wasn't for committing any conducts against a female or anything detrimental to the team. It's because the man would not cut his dreadlocks off his head. What the hell, Jim Boone?
Say what again?
Jim Boone dismissed one of their best player from the team, senior, set to come back and graduate with honors, because he would not cut his dreadlocks off his head. Now, Tyler Williams has already transferred to another school. Let me see what school he transferred to. I didn't get all that. But to dismiss your leading scorer, your best player from a year ago, because he would not cut his dreadlocks off. Jim Boone, what kind of ass clown are you?
Well, his name is Jim Boone.
Jim Boone.
I mean, that's not right. But
Let's hope you're not related to Daniel Boone. You're doing the Boone name, family name, a disservice right now, man. You get an Antonio Brown Dummy of the Week.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Well, I did find the one I wanted. I actually have a couple.
I got another one, too.
Oh, do you? Go ahead.
Dwight Doc Gooden.
Oh, I thought you said Howard.
No, I'm leaving him for you. Doc Gooden, 54-year-old Dwight Doc Gooden, Mr. Met, Mr. Yankee, arrested for cocaine possession.
Again?
Again. Bro, you 54, man? You can't be going out hitting the streets for cocaine. We still know who you are.
Is he the one, I'm going to make a side joke, is he the one that found the cocaine washed up by Hurricane Dorian?
Probably. If he would have, he wouldn't have been. Maybe that's what it was. He found that brick, and he was running trying to get to the house, and he got caught with it. Doc Gooden, you get an Antonio Brown Dummy of the Week.
He should have threw a slider.
Kawhi. Thank you, Kawhi. Right. Appreciate you.
Hold on a second. You say Kawhi?
Give me a Kawhi. There you go. Thank you.
All right, was that it?
Those are my two guys.
All right, the first one I'm going to start with is at Roger Bacon High School in Ohio. They open up their season with a win, but it's more known for the headbutting incident involving a Dayton Dunbar player and an official. The lineman went up to the ref and headbutted the ref.
Man, you got to watch out for these high school kids with this equipment on.
I'm going to share this on our Facebook page. But come on, man. Really? It's a football game. You're headbutting the ref.
Let's headbutt a ref.
Seriously. Come on, man. You got to do better than that. The next one, I'm going to go ahead and give your boy one. I know he broke a world record. Listen, I'm all for you doing your brand. Let's have you healthy and do something during the regular season. He broke the YouTube star Mr. Beast to break 3 world records of one-handed catches. Can you break some records in the NFL first?
Hey.
I know you broke the rushing record. I get it and all that for touchdowns. Come on, man.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man. One-handed catches. We got to get our YouTube page jumping. This is what I do.
Yeah. Then Mr. Hugh Freeze. I don't know if you got a chance to watch Hugh Freeze coach the first game of the season. The first game in Liberty history for him. Mr. Hugh Freeze, who was fired from Ole Miss, in case you don't know. 39 wins or something taken away. Coach his first game from Liberty against Syracuse from a hospital bed in the press box.
I saw that.
And they scored the same amount of points if he wasn't there. 0. They got shut out 24-0.
Like he was laid up. They rolled his ass up into the press box to coach the game. Man, stay your dumb ass in the hospital. What's wrong with you? Your health is more important than coaching a bad football team. They didn't score a damn point. Now won. I could have went out there and coached them to 0 points.
Hugh Freeze.
And you're getting paid to put up 0.
He's getting paid a lot.
That is just awesome. That is freaking awesome.
Do you know what his contract is?
Nope.
It's in the millions.
Of course.
I'm going to say Liberty, because I have a friend of mine that had his son go to Liberty. They're in Division I, by the way, and they're in Virginia. But they are trying to spend money. They spent like $4 million, I think, to redo the field and everything. Like, they spent a lot of money on their athletics.
Liberty.
Yeah. Neutral. But anyway, that's one of them. And, of course, Mr. Dwight Howard. What the hell is going on with your hair?
I don't know what that mess is, man. I mean, I feel you want to express yourself. It looks a mess.
I've got a new one for you. I'm going to start calling you McButton.
Jungle Boogie.
McButton. He looks like a mess, man.
It looks a mess.
So,
but if he can help the Lakers win a championship.
I actually got a great suggestion for you. While you're out there with LeBron, he's got this show on HBO. Go visit it. It's called The Shop.
Go sit in the shop and let us clown you on your hairdo.
Sit in the shop, get a haircut while you're there. I have to actually watch the latest one because LeBron's not on it.
Yeah,
And
it's good.
Kevin Love. It's about, mental illness and stuff like. Do you watch it already?
I did watch it. It's pretty good. Definitely check up on it. I mean, not Lil Nas X is in there. Kevin Hart's in there. Kevin Love's in there. Maverick Carter's there. Charlamagne the God is in there. They got a lot of people in there. So definitely check it out.
Real fast, thoughts and prayers. Kevin Hart had a big time car wreck
Wrecked
last
his
week.
Barracuda, 1970.
He wasn't even
Plymouth Cuda.
driving. That'd be the last time I let that guy drive ever who drove for you.
You know, sometimes too much power on those tight California roads ain't good for you. You know, that thing was every bit V8, V12.
Oh, my God. Yeah.
I think it said 600 or 800 some horsepower, 860 horsepower. If I was reading the specs right yesterday when I was reading over the report, 860 horsepower, that's definitely a V12 Hemi engine. You know she.
Yeah, but Kevin Hart definitely.
But prayers up for Kevin Hart. We'll be back.
Absolutely, man. I hope he's all right. It said it was a very serious injury, or car wreck. So hopefully he'll come back and all that stuff. I think he broke his back or something like that, from what I read. Let's move on.
And let's not forget,
go ahead.
we got to give Antonio Brown his award.
Did we not say? I didn't say Antonio Brown again.
Antonio Brown just got $30 million voided from him. What kind of idiot loses $30 million in 2 months? What the hell?
And also, let me give you a dummy for that mustache / hairdo you got going on. What the hell was that?
That's that AB stuff, man. That's that AB stuff.
At least it's not blonde anymore. I'll give you that much.
The funniest part of the Hard Knocks, while we were talking about it, he had his kids on the field. One of the kids was like, "Where's Roethlisberger? Who the fuck? Who is this guy?"
They're like, "Where's Ben?
Where's Roethlisberger?"
Man, come on. You know you done messed up your kids asking for Big Ben.
Like, we don't think this guy can get you the football. You need to go back to Pittsburgh.
I was going to tell you what. I thought Derek Carr's going to have a bounce-back season this season. Well, we'll see now.
But he does have a little sleeper tight end who looked okay, so we'll see. And if they can
get Dawson.
And then they got Jacobs in the backfield.
If you're with me, knock on wood.
You didn't see AB knocking at all, huh? Not one shot of AB. Guess he ain't with y'all.
I'm just glad we ain't talking about the Cowboys. Anyway.
It's the Raiders. It's the Raiders.
This weekend, real fast, Shark Knights wrapped up the season. They had a good season. They did not make the playoffs. They had a winning record. Louis Robert, like I told you, they had some guys make it to the White Sox, so congrats to them. But the season's over. They did not make the playoffs, thankfully, because I didn't want to pay for playoff tickets either. I wasn't going, so. But we'll have a season next season, so thanks to the Knights. I don't think we have anything else going on in Charlotte as far as sports.
The home opener for the Panthers.
We'll talk about that in a second. I was trying to think. There's no when does the preseason start for basketball?
Preseason starts end of September.
Okay. NBA 2K is out 20. We'll talk about it later. Local stuff though. This weekend there's a fan tentative at Mint Street that started at 10 o'clock until 1 o'clock today. Tomorrow, 3 hours prior to the game, there's another kickoff party that they're going to do with the NFL Network. Today, from 10 to 1, WSOC's out there. Some Panthers legends, I guess, are out there.
They'll be signing autographs. They'll have pictures you can take. It's fun, man. Take your kids out there. It's a free event, especially if you don't have them on PSLs and can't afford those expensive tickets. We go see the Rams tomorrow.
Absolutely. I'm glad they're doing that stuff this year. It should be more interaction.
It's like Tepper is making you forget all about Jerry Richardson really, really quickly, isn't he?
Now, if you could just get rid of that damn statue out front. You know it's under contract, right?
It is.
Did you hear the bit where they asked him because he's like, I can't do anything. It's under contract.
Sorry. It's just there, man.
There is no other owner that has a statue of himself out in front of the stadium.
But that's who Jerry Richardson was.
That tells you how selfish he is. I'm just saying. Anyways,
Egomaniac.
no kidding. All right, right now, who's in the AFC title game?
The easiest answer is Patriots Chiefs.
Patriots Chiefs.
That's the easy answer. The absolute easy answer, and for me is like almost obvious because they are so much better in the AFC than the rest of the teams that we're looking at the AFC. As far as like Pittsburgh, Cleveland looks good on paper, but Baker hasn't done it. Who else are we looking at? We're looking at the Chargers with no Melvin Gordon. Is their running game going to be substantial enough?
Don't forget Derwin James is out.
And Derwin James is out. Thank you. I forgot Derwin James is out. He's out pretty much the season, right?
Yeah.
Who else are we looking at down there? The Colts took a step back. I like Brissett, but he's not. Let's say it. He's not Andrew Luck.
Look at AFC East. It's the Patriots, so you know that. AFC North, you got the Ravens, Browns, and Steelers.
But do you really think Lamar Jackson can take you to the promised land with the game he plays at this point in his career?
You talking about the South? You got Indy, Texans, Jacksonville, Tennessee. I'm not.
No, hell no.
You look at the West: Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders. Now,
and I think Joe Flacco will make the Broncos a little bit better, but it's Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco don't perform well in the he don't perform well enough usually in the regular season to get you to the playoffs.
Right, and their defense is, I don't think, on par with.
And they couldn't stop the run last year, and I don't think they did anything this offseason to stop the run this year.
There's one team, AFC, two teams I think that could possibly beat the Chiefs and Patriots. Two, that's it.
Possibly.
The Bakers. The Bakers.
We'll call them the Bakers.
I'm going to call them the Bakers
because the Cleveland Bakers.
You might as well. Everybody loves it.
We need to make some cakes with OBJ and Ja'Marr Slade.
Baker, the Cleveland Bakers are exactly what
they go
where
as,
he goes.
Exactly.
So it's not going to be where
OBJ goes or Jarvis Landry goes.
Well, I was thinking running backs.
But come on now. In the NFL, if you win big time, it's because you're quarterback.
Defense will be Myles Garrett, MVP defense this year.
I like Myles Garrett this year.
But I think the Bakers and the Texans. That's the two.
I do like Deshaun Watson. I hate the fact they lost Clowney, though.
They did, but they still got J.J. Watt. They still got my favorite linebacker, one of my favorite linebackers in the NFL, Hurts. God, what's the kid's name?
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
I know their secondary is still strong with AJ Boye.
No, he's in Jacksonville.
Is he in Jacksonville?
He's in Jacksonville.
Oh, I
they don't
know
have
they lost him.
Yeah, that was a couple years ago. But the receiving core is deep. They added Kenny Stills. They finally got back Will Fuller. So they got deep threats underneath. They got Larry Tunsil at left tackle.
Are you satisfied with Cleveland's backfield from last year being their backfield this year?
Yeah, I mean, because then you got Duke Johnson and Hyde. That's the thing. Up front, though, Merciless. That's Whitney Merciless. They still got him, Johnson Joseph in the secondary, Gibson, at safety, Justin Reed. I think they have enough offense, and today you need to have enough offense with enough defense to stop you. A play or two. Look at the AFC Championship.
And we know Deshaun Watson, if he can keep it close, he can get it done. He can definitely get it done. And DeAndre Hopkins is a red zone magnet. He catches anything thrown to him.
I'm just saying, watch out for the Texans this year and Deshaun Watson be an MVP candidate. Because Bill O'Brien's going all in this year.
He's got to.
Because this is it.
While they still haven't paid Deshaun, because they're going to have to start thinking about paying
right,
Deshaun.
And they don't have any first-rounders next 3 years.
But, come on, man. I like those two as outside possible threats. And I'll even throw Pittsburgh in there. Big Ben gets hot enough. They can find a way to maybe run the table.
Defense is a lot better in Pittsburgh. I think they actually win the North. And now I think about it.
It might sound crazy. It might sound like a reach, but Jacksonville and Nick Foles, if Leonard Fournette stays healthy, the defense is still very sturdy. D.D. Westbrook looks like he's coming into his own as a good receiver. Jacksonville might be a team that could maybe surprise you. Nick Foles gets in the playoffs. He gets hot. He gets hot.
Yep.
So, but I still think Patriots and Chiefs.
I'm going to go Texans and Chiefs.
Okay.
I think AFC title game.
Because
and it's going to be in Houston
if,
this year.
like the past 15 years, the Patriots haven't played in the wild card weekend since 2009.
I don't see it different this year.
And they usually host the division game in New England. They have not lost the divisional round in 15, 16 seasons or some shit.
I do think the Jets make a run at the Patriots in the AFC East, but they're not going to win the AFC East. I think 9-7, 10-6, maybe for the Jets.
For the Jets.
Yeah. I'm telling you, Darnold's going to be a lot better this year. He's looked great preseason. I know it's preseason, but at least he's played preseason. I think he's going to be better, but it's going to be the Texans and Pats to me. Deshaun Watson.
I thought you said Chiefs. You want Pats. Or you want the Pats?
Yeah, I'm going Pats.
Okay.
Because you got Pats and Chiefs. I'm going to go Texans and Pats. I've got questions about the Chiefs' defense.
Always.
I mean, because they lost Eric Berry. They signed Tyrann Mathieu. Last time I checked, he was in Houston, and he did okay, but it wasn't like it changed everything. So we'll see. They did get D Ford on defensive line, so that.
But for Kansas City, if they don't have that damn defensive offsides in the AFC title game, and they come away with that interception, who knows? Maybe they are the defending Super Bowl champions right now.
Exactly. NFC. Who you got?
NFC is so wide open. There's so many good teams. My favorites in the NFC right now, though, have to be the Cowboys and New Orleans Saints. Cowboys and the Saints. I think that's your NFC Championship game right there, folks.
All right.
But, the NFC has so many good teams. Like, the NFC North, every team in that division is competitive, except the Lions. The NFC South, every team in that division is competitive. Even Tampa should be somewhat competitive. The West, we know, is Seattle and the Rams. And the NFC East, we got Philly and you got Dallas. There's 10 teams in the NFC, but there's only 6 playoff spots. But if I got to look at it, I'm going to say Cowboys Saints will be your NFC title game.
All right. For me, it does come down to Cowboys and the Eagles in the East. The Packers, I still think, are the best team in the North. I don't love Trubisky. The South, man, your Panthers are so up and down. You never know what.
We were down last year, so we might have a good year. We're supposed to have the good year.
You've had 2 years in a row where it's been down. So is it going to bounce back this year?
It's bounce back.
I don't know.
We're going to bounce back.
I think it's possible. Saints, we're not going to see the Saints, I think, in the title game because they're not that. I think it's going to hurt losing Ingram.
You don't think Latavius Murray can fill that?
Is he going to stay healthy? I don't remember a year he's played a whole season.
I don't see Latavius Murray going to be on the field that much.
Right.
And, I mean, they can put that quarterback in.
Oh, Hill?
he can be the running back.
Yeah, I do think the addition of Kiko Alonso in that defense really helps. I mean, to be at linebacker core. I think Tampa Bay, man, it'll be sneaky this year. Atlanta will be there, but NFC, man, I think it's Carolina, Dallas, Rams, Seahawks. And I'm going to go to the game. It should have been Super Bowl 49 where Dallas should have beat Seattle. I'm going to go Dallas and Seattle in the NFC title game. And we better get home. I don't care. I hope we play on the road. I want to beat Seattle in Seattle.
That would be fun. But
so I'm going to go Cowboys
the NFC
Seahawks.
Championship game in Dallas this year. My goodness, that would be awesome.
So I'm going to go Cowboys Seahawks title game. Who's going to Super Bowl?
Ooh, can I make that pick?
No, we got this is called early predictions.
Okay. Can the Patriots make it to their 4th straight Super Bowl? question that's out there. Can the Patriots make it to their 4th straight Super Bowl?
Listen, people were writing them off without Gronk. Last time I checked, Gronk showed up big in the big game. He wasn't really that effective all season. They got Josh Gordon. They got Demaryius Thomas, who has played really well. Who's going to play tight end? I don't know, but they got – and their secondary is still good. They're going to run the ball.
And you still got Tom Brady there. So, for me, the Patriots make their 4th straight Super Bowl.
That's crazy.
And they will be playing –
Go ahead.
Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys, Patriots.
You hate to say that, don't you?
I hate to say that, man. But that's how it looks like it's shaping up to be.
Man, I really hate when we agree. I really do. Of course I'm going. I have been going on this Super Bowl for 3 years in a row now. I'm not going to stop this year. One of these years, it's got to be Patriots and Cowboys in the Super Bowl because the world needs it. The world needs it at this time. America's team against most hated team.
This generation's team, the team over the last 20 years.
Right.
Who's been the flag bearer.
The reason I say that, here's the real reason I think we make it. Our defense is loaded. Our offense is loaded. Travis Frederick's back. He didn't play at all last year. I think that's huge. Philadelphia, I don't trust to beat us. I just don't. I think we got Philly this year.
And does Carson Wentz stay healthy?
That's the other thing. I just think Dallas, and most importantly, it is Jason Garrett's last season in Dallas. He's going to win the Super Bowl because
he deserves a lifetime contract.
We will give him a lifetime contract. That is just our luck. And then next year, we'll suck for the next 15 years.
Hey, that's fine. You get a Super Bowl now.
No,
enjoy it. Get your Super Bowl shirt. Fly to Dallas, fly to Arlington for the parade.
95 has been a long time. I will be in Dallas. That happens because I don't know if that'll ever happen again in my lifetime. All right, MVP of the season.
It's going to be hard for Pat Mahomes to repeat because 50
Did we
touchdowns.
pick a winner of the Super Bowl?
We didn't. I know you're going to pick Dallas. It's so hard to repeat. I would say the Cowboys would win the Super Bowl too. I can't believe I said the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. Did I really just say the Dallas Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl?
That means it ain't going to happen. It's KOD. But it's all right. Pat Mahomes, so you said repeat.
I think it's going to be hard for him to repeat. I do like where you're coming from with Deshaun Watson. I think – who else am I looking at?
Yeah, I think you got Deshaun Watson. Sleeper name that might put up MVP numbers, Jacoby Brissett. I'm just telling you. People are like, who is Jacoby? He can play.
I like Russell Wilson. I think this is Russell Wilson's year to get this MVP award.
You like Russell?
I think Russell Wilson gets it this year.
Okay. I'm going with Deshaun Watson. I just that's how I feel. Rookie of the year.
Rookie of the year. Who's the number one pick this year? Kyler Murray.
You got Kyler Murray. You got Daniel Jones. Running backs.
Rookie of the year is going to be Kyler Murray because he's just going to be out there and he's going to have the numbers. They're not going to win a lot of games, but he's going to have the numbers. And there's no really highly touted rookie running backs or wide receivers I can really think of. I mean, unless Daniel Jones comes in and he lights it up. But I'm thinking Kyler Murray for Rookie of the Year.
I'm going to go with Josh Jacobs.
Oakland? All that drama?
They don't have to run the ball now. I mean, T. Williams is their number one.
They should have kept Keelan Doss.
Keelan, oh my God.
Keelan Doss was killing. He went to Jacksonville.
Yeah. I was like, oh. I'm sorry. He's on my practice squad in Madden.
Oh.
I was like, what? This guy's on my practice. All right. Tavon Austin goes from 4 to 5. You got to love Madden, man.
Quickly.
But, yeah, we'll see. So, all right, there's our picks for this year. Let's go through week one.
Did you give your defensive MVP?
No, I did not. Are we doing that too? All right.
I know you said Myles Garrett earlier. That's the way you want to roll?
We can. The MVP. Who you got? You said it.
I mean, I know you mentioned it when we were talking about the Bakers.
The Bakers.
Vander Esch. Vander Esch from Dallas. That dude is all over the field, man, making all kinds of tackles, making all kinds of plays. He is the best middle linebacker in the league right now because it should be Luke, but we know Luke's concussions and problems right now. Vander Esch is taking those reins. He's the best linebacker in the league right now, man.
He is something. I did not coerce you into saying that at all. I just want to point that out to people.
It's been a Dallas day, man.
I don't know if it's going to be a Dallas year, but we'll see. All right. That's going to be our picks for the year. Week 1, Wheel of Punishment. Let's get you started.
Come on, Baltimore. Come on, Baltimore. Come on, Baltimore. Come on, Baltimore. Ravens, 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 Ravens.
Saints.
Who the Saints open with?
Houston. Monday night at 7.
It's in New Orleans.
It's in New Orleans, too. You want to stick with them? You want to try again?
But the Saints always week 1 don't show up. For the past, remember Minnesota 2 years ago? Remember last season against Tampa? New Orleans don't show up. Spin it again.
Patriots.
Oh, yes.
Steelers.
Oh, yes. They own Mike Tomlin. Oh, yes.
All right, you got the Patriots, man. All right, week 1. Woo. All right, let's see what Urban's got. Urban Nerd ends with. All right, we got to redo the Patriots. Let's see who he gets this time. The Redskins. They are on the road at the Eagles. Spin again, right?
Spin again.
Darius Geis is starting, by the way, for
is he?
The Redskins.
Not surprised.
He's got the Texans.
He's going to take the Texans.
Second spin. All right, I'll remind him who he's got. My man Smoochie. He loves the Jets, man. Give him the Jets. They're at home against
the Bills.
He's got the Falcons.
They are on the road against Minnesota.
You know how that goes. No, I want to spin again.
Spin again for him.
You know they don't play well in cold weather.
But it's in the dome.
Oh, that's right.
So
he's got Indy. You think Indy at the Chargers or the Falcons?
I think he would be more comfortable in Atlanta. But he don't like Matty Ice either.
No.
Jacoby Brissett.
They're playing in the Chargers against, Chargers slow start sometimes.
We'll just say we'll give them the Falcons.
Give them Falcons?
We'll give them the Falcons.
All right.
Sorry, Smooch. If you won't,
you should have been here.
The Colts should have been here.
Let's go. My spin here. The Steelers. I'm not. No, I can't do it. Give me really. All right, there we go. I'm good with that. Give me the Jets, Jets, Jets.
Over the Bills.
They're at home against the Bills. I'm good with that. I'm all right with that one. I'm okay with that one. All right, let's get to the picks. Let's see. Actually, let's take a break, come back, and we'll do the picks real fast. You're listening to BSS Carolina.
To Broadcasting.